Welcome to My Kind of Convo. As you know, I'm one of your hosts, Criss.
I am your second host, Kim.
And third but not least, your co-host, Criss.
Yeah, so we want to thank everyone who is joined us, our wonderful listeners, old and new. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. As usual, we have some wonderful topics that we're going to discuss tonight. So super excited about that. As well, we always ask, please follow us on our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. We really appreciate the support. And we just thank everyone for just your continual, just constant listening to our program. So thank you guys so much. So we're just going to jump right into it. So today, guys, I just have, it's just scenarios, but I wanted to ask, what if your significant other wanted to have an open relationship? Are you down for that? Why or why not?
Oh boy. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
for me, I think it really does depend.
Okay.
So with my relationship, there were points where I was like, yo, you want an open relationship? I'm good. But I know other people have needs. Being in a relationship for so long and everything else. So I was, it was something that was on the table at one point where I had very much thought about it and considered it. And I was told no.
I would hope so.
I was told no multiple times.
I would,
You know?
I would hope
But
he was like, hell
think-
no.
I think it was just because being in a long distance relationship, you don't get to see each other as much as other people get to see each other, or couples do.
Yeah.
But and I was the one who always brought it up, and the answer always came back as no.
Why was like that an option and not like, let's try other things? Like, let's do this. I know we're long distance, but maybe we could try this out and it'll work for us. You know, like, why would it be like an open, like, cause like, how would you feel if he actually did it?
I think at that point I was okay with it. When I thought about it, like I really did think about it, and I was okay, and I was like, you know what? People got needs. I'm good. I was like, just be open with me about it. Like, don't like sugarcoat it. Just be honest with it. And at that point, I think I was doing so much at the time, working, school, like in other things that to me, it was like, all right, cool. I knew you had needs. I'm chilling. I'm very happy it was a no. Let's just say that. I am happy it was a no. But it was something as me being not selfish in that moment. As thinking of my partner and like, damn, I don't have time to talk to him. I barely speak to him. We barely like have full conversations or talk like that. I was like, But that was at that point. Now, would I say it now? Hell no. Hell no. No. No,
I get
thank
it.
you. No.
Yeah,
But it was a time where I was extremely busy. Now this is not everybody, and I know that for a fact. Me, I was just extremely busy being long distance. I didn't even have time for him. If we spoke for 5 minutes, in a week's time, that was good. So we were in that point in our relationship where it was just like, I was like, yo, I know you got needs.
I get that. It's a hard no. Over here. You know, I mess around with my wife and I say, hey, let's
Spice it up.
Yeah, rebel. And just because it's funny the way that she reacts.
Yeah.
Because she's always like, no.
Yeah.
I see her saying that too.
Yeah, and I always do like an off guard thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you never know, like, a third person helps with the bills, less stress, whatever.
I'm so done.
Yeah.
It sounds like this person literally moved in. This is even just this isn't even just like a open relationship. This is a whole new person in the relationship. Yeah.
I'm just selfish. Like, I am, because like, if you're gonna be mine, you're gonna be mine.
Right.
And my wife is the same.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think she'd probably punch me in the neck. Just because, I was like, what about her? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a very, it's a hard no for me.
Yeah.
But maybe if I was like not married, I'd be more accepting, because then because I feel like one person will get more attention than the other, or
So if you guys were just like dating, just still like girlfriends, you wouldn't you would be more okay with that than what it is than if you were like the way you are now, which is married.
Yes, because the reason I say that is because it's a lot more flexible. Because being married and having a third person, in my opinion, essentially, if my partner falls in love with the third person, I'd be less upset because we didn't just connect the way that we did and get married and have ties and bank accounts and cars and etc. That's a lot to break apart.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can't have those things just being in a relationship.
Yeah.
But once you sign those papers, it's a lot harder to just get up and say, this is over. Like, and, but my wife, she'd punch me in the throat. And, yeah, I'm just...
You're just a definite, like, dub. That's
Yeah.
just not, it's not happening. I have to agree with you. I think for me, like, I'm not married, but I am also like, no, why, what is it that made you want to have an open relationship? Like, I would feel like something's wrong.
Right.
I would be like, oh my God, what happened? What's going on? And if it's like, oh, I want to spice it up, then I'm like, why? What did I do wrong that's not spicy enough?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Like, what do I need to do to spice it up more?
Because our
So
personality is not
funny.
enough. Not enough.
What's so funny is when I did bring up the whole like open relationship thing, the amount of times he was like, nah, this is all you got. This is all you got.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And it was and it wasn't like to go again and I explained, I was like, this, I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're the only holes I need. And I was like, I didn't need to say
Oh
that.
my gosh.
But it's
Like,
cool.
and now it takes a little bit of a turn, because if it's just sex,
Right.
we can go to a whole nother state or country, because no phones needed.
I'm done.
Even though I know she'd still say no.
Yeah.
But like, whatever. That's spontaneous.
Let's spend some time. You go on vacation and you like, look at that girl right there.
Right.
Look at her.
Right.
You think we could get that? You think we could bag that?
Right.
And
Right.
she'd probably be like, yeah, we could bag it, but we're not going to.
But that's exactly what she would say. That's crazy. But it doesn't happen like that for me. You know what happens during my relationship? I feel like every other relationship, one of them always spots like a gorgeous chick, thick, right? Boom, walking down. She's got Christmas hams for a booty, right?
I'm done.
When I see something like
Christmas
that,
hams
it's
for-
always the most ridiculous way. Always.
What you mean?
Because, okay, Girl, so we're driving, right? Just
Yeah.
on our way home. Mm-hmm. And I look up and I look like, out my window. And I said, this ain't real. And she was like, what? And I was like, look at that girl's butt. And she was like, is it holding the pole?
Oh my gosh. Stop.
This girl's booty, okay, was so big, all right? She didn't realize that her butt was holding the bus stop for her.
Why is her butt cheeks on the pole? You see, this is why I can't hold everything. I can't hold nothing.
Right.
I be scared to hold anything because your butt cheeks. It's between it.
It's betwixt.
The pole is between
the pole
it.
is betwixt
Right.
the ass cheeks.
Right.
And my thing is like, it's cold.
Oh God.
So
You ain't feel that cold
it just
pole.
slipped right, boom.
But she probably felt other things back there. That's why.
Oh, I just don't like that. I'm sorry. I just don't like the idea of your asses on a pole. If it's not swinging around,
maybe that's what she do for a profession.
If you, no, well, the professionally
so she's
don't-
used to poles just being there.
No, don't professionally do that in public.
Right.
Professionally do that at where you need to in your profession.
Right, that's scary.
At the
And
club.
why your pants that stretchy?
Thank you.
Because
Oh,
exactly. Because the way that they parted was real
I'm
crazy.
so
Oh, like
done.
the Red Sea. Blah, bloop,
it's
bloop.
not even.
Right.
not
And she's in a
even.
whole like sweatsuit. That's what kills me, right? But it wasn't like a loose sweat, like baggy sweatsuit.
Yeah.
It's the like the BB sweatsuit, a suit with the little cute jacket.
okay.
She was cute. She was cute. She was being
she was
cute.
really
Oh,
pretty.
Kimberly,
was
she
cute.
wasn't at work, so no, she can't
Right.
be putting her ass cheeks.
You
on
ain't
the pole.
know. You ain't know that.
No,
You ain't know that.
No,
You ain't know that.
No,
You ain't
no,
know that.
because I know they not giving free shows. They work too hard to go learning how to swing around on the pole to then be giving free shows in public.
You ain't know that.
Yes, I do. They make money, Kimberly.
They make good money.
Have you
all right?
seen TikTok? I have watched these women bring home more money than I have seen in 2 weeks.
They just accountants. You
What
ain't know they
I make
accountants.
in 2 weeks. No,
Yeah,
she bringing a
They
night.
bring in a what? So no, they not giving away for free. They going
No,
around.
but she was
the
waiting for the
pole.
bus. You ain't know where she was going.
She wasn't practicing.
She wasn't practicing. It was cold, and she was laid up against the pole, and she was just chilling.
Like it was an everyday thing.
No.
Right.
That's what
No.
blew my mind. Like I really was sitting there calculating like how long have you been waiting on the bus that you just were comfortable there?
Let me
didn't
explain
feel
something
nothing.
to you. When I wait for the bus, I got an app on my phone, all right? It tells me when the bus is 5 minutes
Right.
away. That's the only reason I'm heading out to that bus stop.
Right.
And I know it take me
Right.
almost 5 minutes to walk there.
Right.
All right? Why? People get the app. Get the app in New York City.
I'm done.
Get the app.
I'm done. I don't even know how we got there, but yes.
Well, the butt cheeks was open. so
No,
the-
I mean, I don't know how we
Right.
went.
see,
We got there.
The butt cheeks.
I get what you said. You were saying that because you don't get to see the proper
Right.
women who look curvy. You see the ones that are sus as flip.
Right.
I mean,
Got
you
it.
did see the
Right.
TSA agent the other day.
Thicker than a Snickers.
I'm done.
Like if walking around the airport gets you a body like that, I want it. I want it.
You know what? They keep themselves. I'm not gonna front. They keep themselves fit. They really do.
right,
I remember when we were going to Florida.
When we were in Florida, the
Yeah.
girls they were snatched. at
They
the
were
waist.
really. I was just like, I wanted to
Crazy
ask.
snatched.
I wanted to ask what was her regimen.
Yo,
I was like,
and she walked us all the way and
Yeah.
then bust a didn't bust a
Right.
sweat, nothing.
I'm sitting here huffing and puffing, taking my asthma pump.
out like
yeah. The two of y'all was
And
something.
she's
the
just
two of y'all was something
booking
else.
it.
Yeah.
right. She was living her best life.
It was a
Yeah.
stroll for her. It was a stroll for her.
It
Yeah.
definitely was. And
Yeah.
we was the ones who didn't need the stroll.
Sweating.
All right? Sweat, got my luggage, I'm hot. All that.
The
Yeah.
gate shouldn't be that far. All right.
Well, we know how that airport is now. We gonna learn. We learn our lesson. But like going back to it, I would feel self-conscious in myself. I feel like
Yeah.
if he was to ever ask for an open relationship, if he didn't tell me before that he had preferences to be like open, polygamous, or whatever,
Oh, I'm not
then
poly.
I would have. Then I wouldn't have been in a relationship with him. So
Right.
I think I would feel a way if my partner was to turn around and be like, I want to open a relationship. And I'll be like, why? What'd I do? What's happening? What's going on? Why is this occurring? Like, what did I do to cause this? You know, and I would take it I would
internally.
like, feel away.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Do y'all think my man felt some type of way?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes. He must have internalized that 100 times and go, what did I do?
Right.
And she won't give me this. And I think what he also did was, is this a test?
He always
Is this
Right.
is this real? Is she testing me?
Right.
I think I may fail this one. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Yeah. So even if he had an inkling of I want to do it,
Yeah.
it disappeared. Yeah, definitely. And knowing him, I know 100%. So, okay. So I guess we're all no's
Yeah.
on this one.
Oh yeah, it's a hell no. It's the angels have
Hell
to
no.
come save you.
To the no, no.
To the no.
So nah. But mine is short today. So if you guys ever got presented with your partner saying, "Hey, I want to open a relationship," what would you say? I would love to hear. I need to hear stories, guys. Like, let me know what you would say and why or why not you want your partner to have open a relationship with you. So leave a comment.
I can already see the partners' faces. What you think?
What?
Turn right to
I
him.
already
Right,
know.
Mr. Give me your phone right now.
Right, exactly. So that was my kind of conversation. So I'm just gonna pass the buck at this point.
So I have a good one for you. So I got a shout out to my little sorority sisters. We had a nice little get together, and this thing had come up, and we had to blow some minds here. So, we know comic books. We read a little here, there, everywhere. Everybody know Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who didn't know Batman?
Who ain't know Batman? Right.
Oh,
Right. We was good. But why is Batman, as a man with monies, can't beat nobody in Metropolis, but he could beat everybody in Gotham City? But you know why? They all got mental health issues. All of them is regular people, not one person, not one villain in Gotham has a superpower. Give me one, I got you.
oh
Take your time. Yeah. Girl.
Hold up.
Girl. Take your time.
Keep thinking. We got one.
I got one.
We got one.
But go ahead, take your time.
We got one. Keep going through the list. You got this.
I'm like playing episodes and movies in my head right now.
I'm gonna break it down in a minute.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Mind you, this happened so it was my sorority sister's fiance, and he was just like, every one of them are regular people, and I said, what? I was like, I know Batman's a regular superhero, but like I always felt a type of way because he's just a man. But then when I sat and I thought about it, and I'm going through the list, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait, are you kidding me? I was like, wait, there is one, because I named them, and he was like, yeah, that he is an exception, but everyone else is pretty much regular schmegular people. And I'm like, that makes sense why he goes to Metropolis and can't beat nobody.
But he got a contingency plan for everybody.
I was like, yo. But think about it. We got the
Okay, let's
Penguin.
break it down. Joker's first.
Right.
Joker's just crazy.
Right.
He's
right.
just crazy. He belongs in Arkham Asylum.
Right.
Arkham Asylum, where everybody go. Okay? Harley Quinn is a doctor.
Right.
A doctor who just went crazy for in love.
Right.
The reason why she is the way she is. Again, mental health issue. We got Two-Face, who's a burn victim.
Yep.
He ain't got no powers, ain't got nothing. He got bipolar
He's a lawyer.
disorder. He's a lawyer. He got DID.
Probably
mental
a Gemini.
Sorry, the gems.
Mental health issues. All right? Who else? We got Penguin. He just fat. He got bullied as a child. Trauma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Catwoman.
He was orphaned. Remember that.
Yeah, he was an orphan.
He was orphaned.
Bullied as a child. Trauma. Catwoman. She just like cats.
And she just wants to be rich. So
She wants
just
to be
robbing.
rich, so she robs people.
She's like a Robin
Right,
Hood.
right, right.
She's
That's
Robin
it.
Hood, just female.
That's it. And everybody in Bruce
No,
Wayne's...
you got the Riddler.
Oh, the Riddler. He be taking... He do riddles.
There's the candle.
He do riddles?
He do riddles.
There's the
You're right.
calendar, man.
The Mad Hatter
Yeah.
is a chemist. So he uses the cards to hypnotize people.
Yeah.
It's also Scarecrow, who is also a chemist. These are all like people who have smarts. They were all like, they went to school, they went through their doctorate, they went and became lawyers. These are all people who had mental health issues and all had problems.
Right.
And the only one you can say is Clayface. Because he actually transforms into
He's
some.
the-
He
Right.
he metamorphosizes into
Right.
something
Even
else.
what was her name?
And then Poison Ivy.
Right. Yep.
Poison,
Poison
Ivy is a botanist. She's a
Right,
doctor.
right.
She's a botanist. In the older original versions of Poison Ivy, she has no powers.
Yeah.
But she just controls plants. But it's because she's a botanist.
Right.
She knows how to manipulate plants. In the newer version, she does have powers and she can do other things.
She can control the plants.
She can more
Wow.
control the plants. But that's in the new 52 and new older versions. We talking about, still. These people are regular people
They weren't born with it.
who all have mental health issues.
Right.
You can even say, let's keep to DC. Wonder Woman. She's from where's she from?
They're mascara.
Who's powerful women, who has her lasso and everything. She's good, she's strong, she's
Amazon.
Amazon. We have Superman, who's an alien. Green, you could even say Green Lantern. He got a whole ring that give him superpowers.
Right. But without it, he can't do nothing.
Right, but he still has it.
Right,
Bruce
right.
only got money. That's all Bruce got is
That's
money.
true. And hurt.
And childhood trauma. He also belonged in Arkham Asylum.
And I think not just touching on the superheroes, like their villains have powers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sinestro from Green Lantern, he's got powers.
Cheetah from Wonder Woman. Superman has Bizarro.
Yeah.
He has all of these other ones. Darkseid. Mm-hmm. All of them aliens or have powers. Bruce got regular schmegular people with mental health issues.
Right.
So the
right.
question that I love Kimberly said, so who is he actually? Is he actually a hero? Think about it. Is he
He's over
actually-
here beating up all these people with mental health issues when he got his own mental health issues. Is he really a hero because he's a good guy?
When I tell you, I was frozen.
I'm
was
stressed out.
frozen because when you really sat back and thought about it, it was like
I'm all about look, I
Like,
love me some
they-
DC and some Bruce Wayne, but let's really think about it.
But I'm saying like they have mental health issues. They're not getting help the right way. People deal with mental health differently, right?
Right.
So I've worked with kids. I've seen one kid who's had issues and they'll lash out compared to another kid who'll probably internalize it and they'll just cry all day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people treat mental health differently. So are they really, because they're lashing out due to whatever trauma, are we why are we saying like these are villains?
Why are they
You know what I'm
villains?
saying? We may not like what they're doing 100%, 1000%. I mean, they're blowing up things and they're committing crimes.
Right.
But it's like Arkham Asylum, if it's meant to help, it hasn't been helping.
It ain't helping either because let's take Harley Quinn, who I love. Okay, Harley is a psychiatrist. She went to Arkham to, she wanted to work there. She didn't go there because, that's what she wanted. She just wanted to work there. And so happened she met the Joker and he broke her psyche. As a psychiatrist, this is what she does for a living. So this is not her first patient.
Yeah, no.
But it was definitely her last.
She was a psychiatrist that needed a psychiatrist. Yeah.
Which is why most psychiatrists have their own therapist.
Yeah.
But she, instead of he manipulated her, and she was so easy to manipulate. Because in herself, she has her own trauma.
Right.
And he was able to pick at that trauma, pull it out of her, and completely kill her psyche. And she became a mental patient. And she always goes back to Arkham.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, who is Bruce really fighting? He fighting his childhood trauma and every person in Gotham who got mental health issues. And that's what the police should be figuring out. How we could stop this cycle. Because, okay, I'm not even going to talk villains now. Let's talk about the Bruce Wayne family. Dick Grayson.
Lost his parents.
He lost his parents. He got childhood trauma. And then this rich man just took me in. Okay, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Which ended up being more of a friction situation because
Correct.
he ended up leaving to become Nightwing.
We have
because
two alphas.
He couldn't take Bruce's
way
rules
right.
anymore.
We have two alphas trying to live with each other, and it can't work.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
he grew up.
He grew up. We have Barbara Gordon, who got into it because her father was such a good figure. She had no mother figure in her life. And then in the end of the day, she gets shot by a madman and is then confined to a wheelchair.
Yeah, and she's the Oracle. She gets shot by the Joker.
Yes.
For those of you that didn't know, that's surprise. Spoiler alert.
Killing Joke.
Killing
Great
Joke.
comic.
Yeah, definitely read the comic watch the animation, not the first part.
Not the first section. Watch the second section because the first section is not. It is not canon.
I don't believe it's canon.
But yes.
Yeah.
But it's still trauma because she wanted to be something more. She idolized her father, and then she didn't have a mother figure, so she's trying to find her own way in life. And what she looks up to is Batman.
Well, remember before that she was Batgirl, and then I think she just wanted to definitely belong and fight crime and do something. And then she got shot, and then now she's the Oracle.
Right. So now she takes care of the Bat computer.
Right. She's the one that they radio into.
Even Damian Wayne. Okay, raised by his mother in a cult.
Yeah, Talia.
I'm so sorry. Your whole mind.
There's also Jason Todd who
becomes Red Hood.
Red Hood was very rebellious. His whole thing was, why can't we use weapons? Why can't we use guns? Blah blah blah. And then he gets killed by the Joker just to return to then become Red Hood who uses guns. He don't care. And then there's Tim.
There's poor Tim.
Yeah. There's a lot of Robins. Somebody should have been looking into Bruce's accounts and been like,
yo, why he got so many of these kids?
You've been taking in a lot of kids lately.
And they all orphans.
Right. Something's up with
orphans.
Something's up with all of them.
There's a lot of them.
He's not helping his own trauma by thinking he's helping other kids with their trauma, because he's just
throwing them back into trauma. He is throwing these children back into trauma.
Your face, Criss.
It's the realization face. He is throwing these children who have just come out of trauma, and I'm thinking I'm going to be okay. And then I find your bat cave. And then what am I supposed to do? Let me throw you back into trauma.
Yeah, it's like their therapy is to fight it out, and it's not really. And he thinks that because he uses that as therapy for himself, because he lost his parents, that it will be therapeutic for them, and it's not.
It's not.
He took in people that he I'm getting this revelation as I'm talking to you.
It's the way I'm playing episodes and stuff in my head, like.
I'm getting.
You're not wrong.
Right.
You're not right.
I'm getting a revelation as I'm talking to you, because I'm thinking he wants them to do the same as him, but he also says, "No, I don't want you to do it." But then he does it, and it's still not helping them.
And you got poor Alfred that just sitting there, and he like
father figure
trauma. Because he did it too, because Alfred was a part of the British CIA, and he's already done all of this.
Yeah.
Come on. He already got his own trauma. He's like, I'm going to just be a butler now. And he get paid well. And he still get a stipend from his MI6. Come on now.
Well, he became his whole guardian and stuff.
Yes. So. He became Bruce's guardian.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. So, yes. Bruce Wayne a man with money. A lot. What Bruce Wayne is a teenager trying to get over his parents' death. And the best way he knew how was to spend his money. So what he did is he felt so small and couldn't do anything in the moment of his parents' death that he used that money to buy everything to protect himself should it happen to himself again. And this is why he became a vigilante. And he is just an emo person.
Yeah, I think it's he definitely felt if I'm going to have all this money, then I'm going to use it the way I want to use it, and I'm going to use it for being a vigilante and definitely fighting crime and fighting those and fighting for the injustice of those. But again, he isn't like he's fighting crime, but he's not crossing the line of murder. He's just kind of like what you might call it. He's just tying them up. Okay, he's doing a Spider-Man. Just tie him up. Just beat him up a little bit, tie him up, and let the police handle it. Which is why he's considered a vigilante. He doesn't take it into his own hands because it was taken away from him because his parents were shot. Yeah, but he needed to deal with that because he's spreading it. He's literally spreading it. He spread his trauma. He's spreading it to like all these other kids and people, and they're growing up with it, and it's not helping.
And they're saying it's good. We're good.
No, they're not saying it's good because they're clearly seeing. No, they're not saying it's good because they're clearly like the way they act and the way they've rebelled against him in their own way shows that they're not good.
But they're all still vigilantes.
Yeah, but they now, but now they do it on their own terms.
Some, yes,
they do it on Nightwing does it on his own terms. Does. No, Red Hood does it on his own terms.
Red Hood do what he wants.
Red Robin does it on his own terms. Oh, see, they've all of them grew up to do it on their own terms because now what else are they going to do to solve their trauma?
None of them have dealt with their trauma because the only way they know how to deal with their trauma is because the father figure that they had taught them that to deal with your trauma you must fight.
No, he didn't want them to do it in the beginning. They fell into it, and then it was like, well, they know my secret. Here it is. Now they're gonna have to learn, and now this is where we are.
Yep.
I'm sorry. This is just revelation as we're talking.
Oh, this is great.
I'm
still shook.
Right. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but I was shook. When I heard it, I was literally sitting there going, they're all flip-flopping regular people. This is why his behind gets handed to him 24/7 in any other place but in Gotham. I was just like, it makes so much sense why he can't do, but he's the only one, and this is why, because he knows he's a regular schmegular guy. This is why he has a contingency plan for every single superhero, because he knows he can't fight them as a man. Look, he don't got power.
Let's okay. If we're gonna do that, let's bring in Batman versus Superman the movie. We stop fighting because both our mama's names is Martha. Come on.
No, okay. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. Okay. I'm using Criss Cross's language. Fight me in the comments. That movie was so bad. I'm sorry. If y'all haven't looked at it, it's on Max. I don't want to waste your eyeballs, but for me, as someone who's read the comics, who has watched the animated series, I love watching DC's animated.
The Batman the animated series.
No, not like that. Like their animated movies for DC. I feel like they're so much better than their live action. Give me a minute. They're more than their live action. I'm sorry, I need to get it out because this has been for years. This has been for years, y'all. Kimberly can tell you.
I'm telling you.
I have always said their animations are better than their 100%. Live action movies.
Agreed.
I don't know what DC has been doing. I don't know. And this isn't because Marvel came along. No. This has been before. Yeah. Even before. And don't get me wrong. I love the Batman with Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. I don't care what anybody else says.
1989
But
Batman.
that's the only thing we had to go off when we were kids.
Right.
And then, of course, we had the one with John Clooney, which...
George Clooney, sorry. Terrible decision. I don't know what happened there. The only good thing that I loved was Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, because as you know,
fire.
But even Bane was wrong in that movie.
Bane was wrong. Everything was wrong about that movie except for me, Uma Thurman, she played Poison Ivy. It was my
So well.
I'm a diehard Poison Ivy fan.
Yes.
I've always loved her, always will. And she just did the live version of her that I'm just. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says, but I always said no matter what, no matter which Batman movie it was. I'm sorry, but I always felt like the animations were so much better. And you can come and get me in the comments, but I felt like it was as close to the comics as I could get.
It's true.
And I felt like it told the story as it needed to be told. And then I move on from it compared to the crap that I was seeing when they took those comic books and disrespected them and made Superman versus Batman. When I tell you I wanted to toss the whole just WB away, I was like, they need to go. They just flat out
It was so
just
bad.
they put so much in there, and you stop fighting because my mama named
My
Martha.
mama's name is Martha. Your mama named Martha. Oh. Well, since our mamas both named... Well, my mama dead, but mine's alive. Oh, can I meet your Martha? Sure.
Oh,
That was it.
That was
the end of the fight.
My mama could have saved us a long time ago. We could have ended this at the beginning
right.
because that was just disrespectful.
He should have just asked, what's your mama name? My mama named Martha.
If I
Your
knew that
mama
was
named
gonna
Martha?
this was gonna stop a whole
If this
fight.
was gonna happen, we might as well. And
But-
everybody screaming and yelling, stop!
Right.
Stop! Killing buildings and all. For what?
But
A
again,
big ass suit? For what?
But again, this movie disrespected everyone because the fact that we allowed this fight to even occur and people to think that a man with no powers
What's gonna win?
was going to win against a man with
their
powers.
Who put their money on Bruce? Who put their money on Batman with his batarang when Superman could fly on his own?
I'm sorry.
And they both of them got
I mean,
capes. One just got a cowl and one got a little curl. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to lie. I'm not going to lie. If the Batman was Michael Keaton, I may have put $1 or $2 on him. I would throw some
done.
change.
She would have threw.
No.
But it was Ben Affleck, and I was like, oh,
Okay.
and he played an older Batman on top
He
of that.
did.
Right.
He didn't play a younger Batman. So for me, it was already
He was already like pre-done too. He was put in there during the Suicide Squad movie at the end with Amanda Waller, which love. But he's still just a man. And we didn't even know what character he really was until she called him Bruce.
yeah.
And it was just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you do you, man.
I feel like if you ever do
the
an
script
older
wasn't great.
Batman, it definitely has to be Batman Beyond. Older.
my God,
I felt like he
yes.
was at and it's very disrespectful to do a Batman where
Sorry.
he's older. I'm done. Where he's older,
I'm
but
so like that whole series just makes me so
Yeah.
happy. And if Will Freddy would come back and just play Bruce, I would be so happy.
oh,
It would be amazing. And I totally said his last name wrong. I'm so sorry.
Friedel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I know who you were talking about. Though. Sorry, Will
But-
Friedle. If you
he played
voiced-
he voiced Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, he does a lot of voice
Which-
acting. From Boy Meets World, he played the old Eric,
played
the
Eric.
older brother. So he does a lot of voice
voiced,
acting.
He did. So like, and that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And like, and then that whole arc, even at the end when we didn't know, and then Terry come to find out was actually Bruce's clone.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Amazing. So this is how much of a comic book head we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, that would have been amazing. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even Terry had more superpowers than Bruce.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah, he did. He did. He did.
That was the realization that just came. Because his villains were actual villains.
Yeah.
They actually
I think
had
because
powers.
of the time
time
jump of when he's
Yes.
Batman, you definitely have to have some kind of powers or really like super.
It reminds me of the Boom Babies with Static Shock. But
yeah. Let's not even talk about Static Shock. Let's not go there. because they still have disrespected this
They
man
still have
without giving him a
disrespected
proper
movie,
live movie. But you know what? I'm okay with that because, again, I have already said it. DC sucks at their live movies.
Look. They did good at Black Lightning, even though it was canceled. They did really good with that TV show.
I didn't say TV shows. Movies. I said movies because I did watch some of the TV shows and I was like, why can't they translate this onto the big screen? So I didn't say TV shows.
But
movies, live action movies. And don't get me wrong, the last few where it was like Wonder Woman 2, no good.
No good.
Injustice.
Sorry.
But I'm not. Y'all can find me in the comments. I like the Zack Snyder cut because I felt like
You mean Justice League?
the Justice League. Sorry,
You said Injustice. I was like, there was
not
no movie Injustice.
Sorry.
I ain't
No,
watching.
if they do the Injustice, I'm gonna cry.
Wait, that was the game.
I was like, gasp.
Yeah, no, they do Injustice, I will cry because they need someone who could actually do that. Like, I will literally cry if they mess that up. You have, girl. Not only did I read the books, they're up here.
She played the game.
I played the game,
Both version, 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I watched the animated movie, and I was still like acting as if I didn't know what the storyline was. I love Injustice. So anybody puts that on the screen, which I think they were trying to lead to at the end of Justice League with the Flash stating certain things. Sorry if you didn't watch the movie. Watch the movie. It's all on Max.
Spoiler alert.
But they were leading to the future being destroyed because of Superman. And it was like, oh my gosh, are they trying to do Injustice? And I was like, if they do Injustice, which I would love, I want it to be done right. Do it like, because the comic was based off the video game. The video game to me is just fire. And I'm just like, let's go. But do it right. Get a proper director. Get a proper script. Get the proper cast. Do not F this up, DC.
The problem is the story is already there and we still mess it up.
Seriously.
It's already
The way that I am behooved. Because I'm like, facts.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I'm so sorry.
It's the story is already written. There's no reason to turn it on its head.
And literally, all you have to do is just translate it. Just freaking translate it and translate it right so that people who like us, I get it. You want to add so that people who have never read it, never played it, they are also interested. But respect the fans.
Right.
Who have taken the time to go and read it, play it, watch it, go to conventions and sit there and listen and go just in awe of the voice actors and people who actually worked on these things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying just do it right. Just that's all I'm asking. Don't disrespect me with Wonder Woman 2. Or the Justice League that came out in the theaters. I still appreciate Zack Snyder's cut. I don't care if it's 4 hours long. It made more sense with the storylines in there than what they put out in the theaters. And even I, when I saw it in the theater, was like, why does that villain why is he this little mediocre? I feel like they could just bitch slap him into the next life. Like, it just didn't feel right. But when you saw Zack Snyder's version of him, you were like, that makes sense.
Right.
He looked like a villain. He looked like, I'm scared. I don't want to fuck with him.
Which makes me really scared for Aquaman 2 because everybody know I love me Jason Momoa. That's my husband. But Aquaman 1 was well done.
Yeah.
It was so well done.
You saw that one. Okay.
I don't know.
Aquaman was very well done. Now Aquaman 2 it's another time jump. Where are we?
Well, I love Aquaman, and I've always loved Aquaman.
Even with his orange shirt and green pants.
Kimberly could tell you, I would watch the
Not the giddy voice.
Yeah, it was the blonde hair.
Yep.
The orange shirt.
Yep.
The green pants, and him riding on his little. What was it? Was it the dolphin or was it the seahorse?
It was
the
seahorse.
It was the
seahorse.
Him riding the seahorse. Crystal was in it.
I was.
She was in it.
He's my favorite DC superhero. Okay, I have
and
to be
not
specific.
a lot of people say that.
No,
she's gone hard for some
Aquaman. I was and am diehard Aquaman. When that movie came out with Jason Momoa, not only was I feeling the vibes, I was like, Well, I love the authenticity of it. It's
was.
not, it's a man of color and it's a man of proper origin for the water.
Yes.
And I was like, and it's Jason Momoa. I mean, what more can I say about that?
Sweating.
I've been following this man since Baywatch Hawaii.
She
Don't
has.
play with me.
She has.
Baywatch Hawaii, he had the shortest hair and had no facial hair. And I watched him run across the beach like Pam Anderson. And I said, yes, sir.
Disrespectful.
Save me.
I did like the storylines that they put with it. I'm of course, the different villains, his brother and Mantis and Myrna, and just the whole thing. I thought for what it was respectful enough to the
original.
The original.
It was really well done.
Yeah, I there are bits and pieces I'm kind of, but I
know,
you know
but
what? Again, it's DC for me.
The story was already
it's
written.
not like how Marvel put a pedestal and then tried for us to attain, and then the rest of us.
Can
are
we
just
talk
like,
about that another day? We can't talk
no,
about.
No, I'm not going into Marvel, but I'm just saying they had set such a bar that. And it's disrespectful how DC was out with movies and stuff before and just couldn't get it. Marvel came out and it was just like boom, boom, pow. We were like, oh, okay. That's
true.
I'm gonna go with that.
That's true.
How many Batmans does it take to make a trilogy? Not one.
Yeah. Well, I think Christian Bale did a trilogy.
He did, and it was the only good one.
Christian Bale's
Batman. How many Batmans prior to that?
Because Michael Keaton played Batman twice.
Yes.
Val Kilmer played once in between.
Yep.
And George Clooney played the last after.
Correct.
And then we have Christian
Affleck.
Bale.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Ben Affleck.
And we have Robert Pattinson.
We have Robert Pattinson, which I think he only said he was doing
He
the
said
one.
he was only he's doing it one time. He said he's done.
Look, I had no idea where DC was going with this. I was like, are they unintentionally making a multiverse that we don't know about?
I'm not going to sleep tonight because
I know this has like literally diverged from where from what we originally was discussing, but yeah, I think there's a lot to be said that DC needs to work on, but I think Batman needs to be solidified because this man is a man fighting people. Yeah. Regular people,
right?
But they may not be nice people.
They okay. Not everybody's nice in this world. Okay, go to therapy.
Obviously, the Joker tried.
He tried, and he done went and manipulated his therapist to fall in love with him
to get some
bullying. And he don't like her. He threw her away for punchline. Okay,
man. That man just needs to be properly locked up and put away, and they need to stop trying to pull him out.
That's it.
That's just it.
But he got people who love him and people who just want to keep it going. That's fine. Do you? Harley did it for a very long time. She finally was like, I'm done with him. All right. She said she was done. She went and did her own thing
and kicked it to Poison Ivy.
Kicked it, and well, they broke up now. Poison Ivy dating somebody else, but she dating a man. Yes, girl, Mr. Kite. Was it Mr. Kite? Yeah, Mr. Kite, Dr. Kite. So.
That's based off the Harley
based
series.
off the Harley series on Max.
Yeah.
So so Harley doing her own thing. She became Suicide Squad 2, and that's without Joker.
Well, she did. I like the live action.
The
with,
live action. Okay, first Suicide Squad was very well done with Margot. Harley Quinn, the Emancipation of the Black.
The Birds of Prey. That's what I think they shortened it to.
That's they did.
I think it was this whole long ass title, and then they were like, Birds of Prey.
Oh, there's so much that needed to be fixed.
I'm sorry, I don't want to go deep into it.
So much.
That's not what Birds of Prey is.
No, it's not at all. And I love the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
So much that needed to be fixed.
Where are all the DC fans that just got riled up?
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But let's state facts. Facts are facts.
Yeah. But,
All right. I think that's it for me. I think I'm going to stop because we're going to keep delving deeper and it's going to get real.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you guys have any other comments to add to this, please, if you are DC, Marvel, comic head, definitely.
Give me a topic to talk about. Let's go.
Not only that, definitely respond to this and how you feel about Batman fighting people. Not super villains.
Right.
They're not super villains.
He fighting the homeless man on 8th Ave.
Stop.
They're fighting people. So let us know.
Sorry.
All right. Now it's time for cookie conspiracies.
Yes.
But I'm not going to do a conspiracy. I am going to shoot some creepy facts.
Oh.
Some might be a little disturbing or morbid, if you will.
Okay. So
I'm
that's
down.
just a warning for our listeners. If you don't like creepy stuff.
All right. Did you know a 3,000-year-old mummy can still have fingerprints?
What?
But it's mummified.
Right.
Wouldn't it be wrinkly like when I go into the shower and it gets...
That's croony, Dada.
Oh, well, right. You're right. Moisture comes out.
I'm done. Put this child away. Well,
There's a man.
That's interesting.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. Go ahead. That's interesting.
There's a man that sculpted a sculpture of himself using
A mirror.
his own hair, teeth, and nails.
No.
Stop. Flag on the play.
No.
Did he pull out his hair?
No.
He used his baby teeth?
No.
Did he just keep cutting the nails?
I don't
Or
even
did he
care.
pull it from the bed?
No.
I need more information.
No, I don't. I'm just, it's a dub. Why would you do that? Why?
I need more info.
It's you sculpted with your own natural body fluid. We good. I don't need to know. No, we good. Go ahead.
The Asian vampire moth sometimes drinks animal blood.
There's a what?
Asian vampire moth is what you
Yep.
said.
Mm-hmm.
Where
There's
it
a
is.
moth.
Where it
that's
is,
a
though.
vampire.
Shh. Wait, where it is so I don't go. Where it is. Because if it's drinking animal blood, it gonna find me. It's gonna find me.
Find you.
It gonna find every...
Who finds you? If I'm anywhere near you, it's not
See?
even going near you. Not even. Mosquitoes come to me before they come to you. Anything that bites comes to me before it goes to you.
It's kind of true because I got attacked by a big moth while you casually were walking ahead of me.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what she's talking about. Talk about, I don't want to go there, so I don't get. You ain't. All you gotta bring me a crisscross. That's it.
Right.
It's a wrap. Bring one of us. You safe. I'm done with you. You safe.
Horned toads can squirt blood from their eyes.
I've seen that. I've seen it. I think I was watching National Geographic one time and I was like, oh.
Why?
It's like inking from a octopus.
Why it's gotta be blood?
I don't know. That's what they do. That's what the animal look. It's, you know what? Who is it? Who said it? It was family. Dang, nature, you scary.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
true. That's gross.
For my train riders, the air you breathe in a train station is 15% human skin.
Oh my god.
Well, we always shed in anyway, so I'm not surprised by that. I mean, in your own house,
That just makes me okay.
That's why you always have to clean like the dust, because dust holds a lot of
yeah.
So I'm not surprised by that.
That's the homeless.
It's just how COVID spread fast.
It's just how the homeless
It's really
man
bad.
be on the one.
Sorry.
train.
Well, you gotta think about it.
That's true, yeah.
It's a big tin can of just air. So even if we were like covered,
Oh my gosh!
We're
But think
releasing
about the
that
people in
skin.
Japan when they stuff themselves in the train.
Japan, you seen India?
Japan and India, yeah.
Woo!
They stuff themselves in the train.
Yo, they be holding on
And
for
they just
dear
push
life.
India.
I seen
What if I
them
miss my
running and jumping
stop?
on them things. Nah.
Yo,
So
and everybody
if you're talking about 15% and it's here in America,
that's 100. That's at least 95% over there. Okay, 95. It might go down to 90 on a cold day, but it's 95.
The Devil's Bible exists, and it's a contract between a monk and Satan.
Jesus said no.
I've actually got into that story. It's pretty cool.
No, girl.
The Mutter Museum displays various mutations, tumors, and anomalies of human anatomy.
Flag on the plate. Why I called the Mother Museum? They ain't got nothing to do.
Isn't that like the museum of like, you know, the one they have here in New York where it's like all bodies?
But that's called bodies, though.
Yeah, like. Isn't that what that is, though?
Oh, I don't. Why they
that
gotta
what
call
that
it that though?
I was gonna say, isn't that what it is? So why they call it that? Yeah.
Right? Why they
Just
call it
bodies.
mud? Because if you say a mud museum, I was like, oh, what is it? Like mud, different
Yeah.
types, clay.
Yeah.
No, you talking about organs?
No, it's Mutter.
Mutter.
Mew.
mud.
What is a mutter?
Mutter.
Oh, what is that?
Mutter.
What does that mean?
Mutter.
Like another language or something?
It just reminds me of mutton.
Mutter.
But what is a mutter?
A mutter.
What is that?
What is that? Why is that museum called the Mutter Museum?
Probably
Mutter.
after seeing stuff like that, you're outside and you're just kind of like
Muttering?
babbling because you don't know what you
Just know what
Yeah.
you just saw?
Yeah.
Mutter. May I have some more? That's all I can think of. I can't.
Wow. I need you to throw yourself away. Yeah, please.
That's how I'm calling you now.
Mutter, right? Mutter.
Like I don't know. Go ahead. Continue.
A person will shed around 40 pounds of skin in a single lifetime.
Not even because I've been trying.
Skin, girl. Skin.
Skin, Kimmy, not weight. Skin. Skin. Jeez Louise.
King Charles II
Oh, okay.
drank alcohol mixed with pulverized human skulls.
Poor why?
King Charles?
Yeah.
The second though,
The second,
not this one.
The second.
Oh, okay.
Not this one.
Okay.
There's just something about immortality.
Like, is right. That's the only thing I can think of. Is he
Yeah.
trying to be like Dracula? Like,
Right.
you know?
I feel like a lot of like the old like kings and queens, like especially when you read up on, especially like, you know, what was it, Queen Catherine? That was her name? Catherine? Like
Queen of Scots. No, that's Mary. Queen of
no,
Scots.
no. It was one like she was killing a lot of people and soaking in their blood.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was just like
That's like Madame
skin
DeVoe. It was like for the skin. She used to take the blood and just
and bathe in it.
She used to slit the
Right.
throats of her slaves
Because
and
it
then
kept-
take the blood, and so because it kept her skin.
Something.
Tight.
So there was a queen
Yes.
that was like that. I feel like a lot of like the old time queens and kings believed in like immortality and like
Yeah.
if they did this would keep them young.
Keep them
and
young, yeah.
Right.
Live forever or some nonsense. So I'm not surprised if you're
And then they
talking
would-
about like if he was in that time period.
Period. Yeah. I don't know when King Charles II.
But again,
was.
I think that's why they all got sick and died.
Yeah.
Besides them pooping in corners and just walking away.
It was,
Or the
yo,
hysteria that they didn't understand that certain times of the year would make their crops grow a certain mold that would drive them nuts.
Oh,
Like wheat.
yeah,
Yeah, you
Like-
can only harvest it during,
Yeah.
things are in season and things are out of season.
Yeah.
Well, we've grown since then. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
Finally,
Oh.
if you didn't know, now you know. Some types of trees can just grow in your lungs. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
You telling me I'm gonna get a spore in my throat?
Shit, we're gonna
And
turn
they're just
into
gonna grow.
Groot.
You know
No,
how
no,
like
not
you-
in your throat, baby.
In
In
the
your
lungs.
lungs.
Okay.
All right. And one day you're just gonna be like, "Oh, I got a chest pain," and just spit out a branch. Crazy. I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't eat watermelon because
You thought it was gonna grow in your belly?
yes, I don't know who it was that said if I swallowed a watermelon seed, it was gonna grow in my stomach.
you know what? I'm right there with you. I got scared eating one of them damn seeds.
Right.
I used to get scared eating watermelon and sucking one of them down my throat, thinking that I'm gonna grow a whole melon in my belly.
Right. I didn't know what stomach acid was.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not even far look, Kimberly, I was the child that was scared of
You
germs.
was scared a lot. You was scared of a lot.
So don't think that I would not be scared of sucking the seed down. I was scared of chewing gum was getting stuck in my body for 7 years.
And you know that's not even true. Just putting
not.
that out there.
But
it goes through your body.
I know. Well, now I know that. But as a child, I had the ultimate fear. I'm with you.
Right.
So you're telling me right now, as a grown tail adult,
Right.
that I have the possibility of of growing a branch in my lung. I
Right.
already got lung issues, but you're gonna tell me
Right.
I can probably get a branch growing
Right.
in my lung. What tree is this? Where does it grow? And where can I avoid it at all times?
If I'm pronouncing this right, I'm just gonna say fire.
Fire.
FIR, that tree.
The fir.
Yeah,
Fir.
that
A
one.
fir
Fir tree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fir trees are everywhere in the especially in this state.
Right. So yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even avoid it. It's a fir tree.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what's crazy?
That's wild.
Is that the possibility of it happening, I'm sure, is slim. But now that I have snuck my way into the portion of your brain that is irrational, that will forever be a thought when you see pollen floating down.
Yeah, 100%.
Just
100%. Oh yeah. 1,000,000%. Like you ever saw it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think what it's called. It'll hit me at some point, but it stars Mark Wahlberg and
The Lady in the Water.
no. It's really about, if you haven't watched it, I'm trying to remember, The Happening. The Happening. And it's really about nature going against humans. And literally nature kills us. And it's like wild how it happens, though. It's like a time period of where they're like fed up of us, but it's done in a way where it's unexpected, because it's kind of like this mass weird frozen pandemic, and then people start killing themselves because of the spores and the air and the pollen.
Yes,
With
I
Mark,
remember.
yeah, and that's what causes people to kill. So they were like blocking up windows and doors and cracks and stuff, because whatever was in the air coming from the grass, trees, whatever, was making us crazy enough to kill ourselves.
Right, like the mist.
Yes.
Yes.
That bugged me out as a kid.
Right.
I did not go outside when I saw fog.
Because you ain't know the
Yeah, I was screaming. Mama, let me go!
So yeah, it's like that. It's
Yeah.
and it's like, you're telling me that literally the trees actually do some crap like that, where they actually.
Right. Right. So be nice to the trees, y'all.
Oh man.
Because they turn around and just bloop. Next thing you know, 6 months later, sprouted a whole tree in your body.
That's wild.
Yep.
That's wild.
Well, that was
That's something to think
fun.
about. Yeah. So if you guys would tell us what you thought about some of these little facts and crazy stuff, because that tree one gonna stick with me for a while. All right. Thank you. We are now going to go into our recommendations. And so I will start. I recommend, it is these cards called Tonight Let's Talk. It's created by Ace Metaphor. It's a card game, and they have several packets. Actually, where I got my topic today was from that packet, which is if your significant other wants to have an open relationship, are you down to try it? Why or why not? These Let's Talk cards really get you thinking about your relationship, yourself, just what are you looking for? They have a ladies' night version. They have a relationship debate version where you can debate with other couples or other people about. They have friends version, singles version, where you can sit with yourself and debate about different topics that they have on these cards. We've played them at several different functions, and they have been quite the talk. They can be funny, they can be serious, they can be sexy. It just depends on the group and how you guys feel about the questions asked. So again, the cards are called Tonight Let's Talk by Ace Metaphor. It's a card game. Definitely check it out.
All right.
Woo.
All right, so my recommendation this week is actually a book I read. I've been doing a lot of reading, and I'm getting back into a lot of it a lot. So this book I really, and I know a lot of my friends have read it. It's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It is so good to hear this. It is on Audible, so if you have an Audible, you can get it. Such a good book and such a great read. It really traps you from the beginning, this book, and you go through Evelyn Hugo's life. And why does she have 7 husbands? What is going on? What is so important about this woman? And it's such a great mystery and a what's going on, I want to know more type of book. So definitely, it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It is on Audible, get it wherever you get your books, even on Amazon. Definitely a great recommend.
So my recommendation is for our tea lovers. This is another fabulous site that is called Forte. So it's tforte.com. And they have different assorted teas. They have, you can actually customize the assortment you want. They have teaware, and they have these cool sifting cups, I believe that they're called. They have recipes, and they have different coupons all the time. So if you're a tea drinker, right now, you should go on if you want to surprise your special tea drinker with an assortment and special cups for their drinking tea.
Oh, I like that. I
love tea.
I love me some tea.
Yes, I love tea. All right. So those are our recommendations for today. Definitely try them out. Let us know what you think, whether you get the cards, whether you get the tea, or whether you read the book. Just let us know what you thought. And again, we're always open to your recommendations to try out new stuff. We like to see, hear, feel, read different things. So definitely send us some recommendations. Again, reach out to us anytime on our social medias. Check us out. There are some new things coming up soon. So if you want to stay in the know, that's the best place to see those things. And also share our podcast. We really appreciate every listener so far who has shared our podcast to others, and definitely given us shout outs and messaged us, and just tell us how great it is. So thank you guys for all of that. I know we want to give a special shout out.
Yes, to our awesome fan and friend, Memphis. Thank you for providing some equipment for our podcast and supporting and listening to us. We really, really appreciate and love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you guys, and to everyone who's reviewed, subscribed, commented. We thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate it. We have some exciting things coming up, so definitely stay tuned for that. But we just couldn't thank you guys more. So this has been My Kind of Convo. Thanks, guys.